Good morning all of you. So yesterday we have completed first 12 paragraph of this first chapter. So before starting today's class, once we can take a revise what we have started yesterday. Nothing big was yesterday. There was a man, a lazy man. While he was living on the earth, he wasted full of his life without doing any useful work. He only doing some like painting works and all. He was not doing any useful things. He was not believing in mere utility, and while others were very busy in their work, he was wasting time. And after his death, by mistake of the aerial messenger, he got a chance to go to the workers paradise. And there, what was the speciality I told you yesterday in the last video? I told you two main uniqueness of workers paradise. First thing, people are always complaining that they have no time to spare. 24 hours are not enough for them. They are full in their hand, full of work they have in their hands. And the second thing was about silent torrent. Why it is called as silent torrent? Because that torrent does not want to waste its energy by singing. So that much everyone is busy in that workers paradise. To that paradise, our idle man, he went to that paradise, and there he did not know what to do there, because all are busy there, and he had no experience of doing any useful work. In that paradise, people only will do useful things. They have no time to do all those useless things. So one day when he was sitting near to a stream, near to a torrent, near to that same silent torrent, at that time a busy girl, she came very fastly to take some water to fill in her pitchers, and she saw this man, and she felt very pity. Here our Tagore, the writer, is comparing this with a queen is watching a beggar man. And so this is the comparison there. And she saw this man, he is sitting near to that torrent, and she asked, why are you sitting here? And he, can I give you some work? She felt pity on that man because he had no work to do. So she asked that man, can I give you some work? And up to there we have seen yesterday. So let us continue. Yesterday's 12th stanza was like this. The girl did not understand his words and said, I shall spare some work for you to do if you like. So when the girl asked her, don't you have any work to do? The man said, work, I have no time to spare. It is like we can call it as an irony, because in workers paradise everyone is busy at that time. Here this man, he is wasting his time and he is saying that I have no time to spare. So the girl did not understand what he said, and she asked that I'll give you some work if you like. The man replied, girl of the silent torrent, all this time I have been waiting to take some work from your hands. So when she said that I'll give you some work, he became like okay, yeah, very nice. I was up to here without any work. I was waiting only for you. I was waiting to take some work from your hands. He told her in that way. What kind of work would you like? Okay, I'll give you some work. What kind of work you would like to do? What is your in which way you can do work? What work you like to do? She asked to that man. Will you give me one of your pictures? One that you can spare. So when she asked what kind of work would you like to do, he asked one of her picture from her hand. You do one thing, you give me one of your picture from me. Can you spare one pot? She asked, a picture? You want to draw water from the torrent? Okay, so you want one picture from my hand. So would you like to would you like to take some water from this torrent? She asked to that man. No, I shall draw pictures on your picture. Here picture means P-I-T-C-H-E-R. Picture means it's like a pot we used to take water, we used to fill water we are taking water from somewhere like a river or a well. So we have seen, maybe in our homes we have these things. So she asked that, oh, you want picture means you want to fill water in this picture. But he said that no, I'm not going to fill water, I'm going to draw. If you give one of your pictures, I'll draw pictures on that. I'll paint on it. The girl was annoyed. Hey, she got angry. What you're saying that? No, it's not at all possible. Pictures indeed. I have no time to waste on such as you. I'm going. And she walked away. She got angry and she said, oh, pictures? No, I have no time for all those things. I'm not going to waste time like what you're doing. I'm not going to waste like you. I'm going. She said bye, and she went away from there. But How could a busy person get the better of one who had nothing to do? Every day they met, and every day he said to her, "Girl of the silent torrent, give me one of your clay pictures. I shall draw pictures on it." So we already seen that. We already have seen every day this girl is coming to take water from the torrent. So daily she came, and daily they met each other. And whenever she is coming to take water from the torrent, every time he's asking her the same thing. Give me one of your pot. I will draw pictures on that. And next day also, you can you spare one of your pot? I will paint on that. So daily he's saying the same thing. So then how one better person, she cannot change him. But she thought that by talking with him, she can make him to do some work. She can make him to do some useful work. But here what happened? Whenever he met her, he asked her only one thing, to get one picture, to give one picture from her. She yielded at last. She gave him one of her pictures. So what happened? At last, because of the force, whenever he is meeting her, he is telling this one thing only. So by listening, fed up, at last what she did? She gave one of her picture to him. The man started painting. He drew line after line. He put color after color. When he had completed his work, the girl held up the picture and stared at its sides, her eyes puzzled. So at last she gave one of her pictures to him. Then he started painting on it. He painted very nicely. He drawn line after line, and he given color after color very nicely, very beautifully. He painted that picture. And after completing his painting, he has given that picture to that girl back. So what she had done, she collected her picture from him, and she started staring to it. She's watching that. What is this? Because in her life, first time she is seeing a work like that. Because in the workers' paradise, people are not spending time for all those things. So she's staring means, you know that it's not simply we are not looking at that. We are looking at, like, first time we are with a strangeness, we are watching something, that is staring. No, looking very concentratingly, looking at one thing, that is staring. So she stared to that. Her eyes puzzled. She got full of confusion, because there are a lot of lines, there are a lot of colors, very beautifully, something different shapes will be there. So her eyes were puzzled, brows drawn. She asked, what do they mean? All those lines and colors, what is their purpose? So in the workers' paradise, another one speciality was there. Two uniqueness already we have seen. The third one is, in the workers' paradise, no one have seen any useless thing. Whatever they do, whatever they have seen in their whole life, they will be having some purpose. There will be having some meaning in everything. There will be having some purpose in everything. So in her life, first time she is seeing something, like she is not understanding what is the meaning of this and what is the purpose for this. So she asked to that man. She is looking staring to that pot. She asked, what is the meaning of this picture? These lines and colors, what is the purpose? The man laughed. Nothing. A picture may have no meaning and serve no purpose. When she asked what is the meaning of the picture, what is the purpose of this picture, that man laughed and he said, you are asking meaning. See, for pictures there is no meaning and there is no purpose. It is not for any purpose. The girl went away with her picture. At home, away from praying eyes, she held it in the light, turned it round and round, and scanned the painting from all angles. At night, she moved out of bed, lighted a lamp, and scanned it again in silence. For the first time in her life, she had seen something that had no meaning and no purpose at all. So she did not understand what the man said. So what she had done, she collected her picture and she went back to her home. After going her home also, she was not ready to leave that, because she wanted to understand what is the meaning and what is the purpose of that pictures, what is the purpose of that lines and colors. So she kept all her work one side and she started scanning. She started looking very carefully to that pot, looking very carefully to that picture, to the line, to that colors. and she looked, she rounded, she changed side by side, she scanned very nicely, she kept it near to a light, and she started looking, started searching the meaning, the purpose of that pictures, what he had drawn on that picture. Even she did not understand until night. Even night also she could not sleep. She was not able to sleep. So she left her sleeps and all. She come out of her bed, lighted a lamp, and started scanning it again and again. She's looking there. What is this meaning? She's looking that side and this side. She's completely looking on that. But even though she's not understanding what is the purpose, what is the meaning of that pictures, what he had drawn on the board. So in her, because in her life, first time she's seeing something which has no meaning and which is not for any purpose. That's why she's fully confused. She's not understanding what is the meaning, what is the purpose. First time she's seeing something like that. So she got full of confusion. When she set out for the torrent the next day, her hurrying feet were a little less hurried than before. For a new sense seemed to have awakened in her, a sense that seemed to have no meaning and no purpose at all. So that night she full night she had scanned that picture, but she did not understand anything, the meaning and the purpose she didn't get. And the next day she got ready to go to collect it, to take water from the torrent, and we saw that her movement while she was coming to take water from the torrent, her movement was compared with a skilled hand on a guitar. But now that speed little bit decreased now. Here the writer written like this: her hurrying feet were a little less hurried than before. How much fastly she was walking before, that speed became little less now. Her hurrying feet became less hurried now. For a new sense, she got a new sense. One new sense came to her mind. She in her life, first time she saw something which has no meaning, which has no purpose. So that was a new. Her mind was like, it was like a slept mind. She was doing like daily routine. Everything she was doing which has meaning, which has purpose. In her life, first time she saw something which has no meaning. So completely she got confused. Her life started changing. She saw the painter standing by the torrent and asked in confusion, "What do you want of me?" So, with full of confusion, she is walking not so much fast like before. So she is walking and coming to the torrent, and when she reached the torrent, she saw that man still he is there only. So she asked, "What do you want of me?" So you drawn a picture on my picture, and I am not understanding what is the purpose of that. I am not understanding what is the meaning of that. Now what do you want from me? Only some more work from your hand. So when she asked, "What do you want?" he said, "Little more work from your hand. You gave one work, I did very nicely and I gave to you. Now next work. I want a little more work from your hands. What kind of work would you like?" So she asked, "What work you want? What kind of work would you like to do now?" "Let me make a colored ribbon for your hair," he answered. So now I drawn pictures on a picture. Now next work, I am going to make some color ribbons for your hair. You look at your hairs, you are not taking care of your hair. And girls means they should make her hair very nicely. They should comb it very nicely. They should tie it very nicely. They should use different colors of ribbons. It should look very nice. You look at your hair, it's carelessly done. We have seen yesterday, her hair was carelessly done. So he's making her and he's convincing her to use some ribbons. So he told that, "I'll make some colored ribbons for your hair." And what for? Colored ribbons. For what? I don't know all those things. For what colored ribbons? Nothing. If you ask the purpose, there is no meaning, there is no purpose for that. But if you use color ribbon, your hair will look good. Ribbons were made, bright with colors. The busy girl of Workers' Paradise had now to spend a lot of time every day tying the colored ribbon around her hair. The minutes slipped by unutilized. Much work was left unfinished. So now it is not so difficult for him to make her understand, because already she is in a bit of confusion. So easily he convinced her and he made some colored ribbons for her and he gave unto her. The busy girl of Workers' Paradise had now to spend a lot of time every day tying the colored ribbons around her hair. So she got some colored ribbon. That our busy girl, she became less busy. She is not at all busy now. She started using this colored ribbon. She started combing her hair. She started tying her hair with that ribbons. So she is very busy now. How? Not like before. Now she is busy by taking care of her beauty. She is combing her hair. She is tying different colors of ribbon by tying around her hair. The minutes slipped by unutilized. So what happened when she started concentrating on her beauty, when she started concentrating on her hair, other work became balanced. Minutes slipped by unutilized. With time is going very fastly, because before they have no time to spare. Already they have complained they have no time to spare. At that time she started wasting time for all these things. So time slipped by unutilized. Without doing any useful work, time had gone. Much work was left unfinished. So she is only doing all these work. She is tying her hair. No, she is combing her hair, making her face beautiful. Maybe by doing all these work, time was going fastly. So work was left unfinished. Many works was left unfinished. In workers' paradise, work hard of late began to suffer. Many persons who had been active before were now idle, wasting their precious time on useless things such as painting and sculpture. Not only our girl, many people started wasting their time. This man started affecting number of people in that workers' paradise. Many people started wasting their time. They left all their useful works and they started doing useless things like painting and sculpture. So workers' paradise started suffering. So this is for today. Let us continue tomorrow. We have 4 to 5 paragraphs only for tomorrow. So today 2 important things happened. This girl came and he started forcing her to give one of her pictures, and because of continuous force she had given one of her pictures to him and he painted on that and given to her, but she did not understand what is the meaning and purpose of that painting, the line, the colors. She was not able to understand. So she started becoming like lazy like him. She left her many works unfinished, and she got full of confusion when she saw that picture, the lines, that paintings. So next day when she came, she was little slow comparing comparing the before days, and she came, she saw him again and she asked, what do you want from me? He asked some little more work and he made some colored ribbons for her. So completely her life changed now. She left all her useful works and started doing useless things like arranging her face, she started looking up, started concentrating on her beauty. She started combing her hair, tying with the different colors of ribbon. So not only this girl of workers' paradise, many people of workers' paradise started wasting their time by doing these useless things. Thank you. See you tomorrow.